If you want to change your SP, if your SP is not with you, if they're not showing up correctly, even if you're in a relationship, this is what I would do to change my SP. So firstly, I would think about how I'm thinking about them. Because we know that with the law of assumption, your thoughts create your reality. So your dominant thoughts or your habitual thoughts create your reality. So because your thoughts create your reality and you're seeing something unideal in your reality, we know that we just need to look at our thoughts to see what we've created. So how do you view your specific person? How do you view them? If they left you, or if they're seeing someone else, or even if you're in a relationship and then lazy or whatever it is, how are you viewing them? Because that is not going to help you if it's negative. If it's really negative, it's like, oh, they never look after the kids, or they never do this. They never take me on dates. They never give me flowers. They never hug me, or they're not calling me. How do you see what I mean? How do you see them? That's really what you need to change, your thoughts around them. That's a big one. Firstly, work on your self-concept. That's what I always talk about. We can discuss that in another video. I've got heaps of other videos about self-concept. So let's just talk about how you see them. So if you see them as selfish, if you're having arguments in your head with them about how they never do enough for you, or they didn't appreciate you when you were there, or you're better than the third party that they're seeing now, those are not helpful. They're not helpful thoughts. I know it's really challenging to not go into that spiral, but we need to be really hyper aware of what we're thinking, because our thoughts create our reality. Okay, so really tap into what you're thinking about your specific person. And as hard as it is, because you feel like they've hurt you, it's not really them that have hurt you, if that makes sense. It's your thoughts that have hurt you. And it's not fair, because you probably got given these thoughts from caretakers from 0 to 7, because that's when your subconscious mind forms. So it's not your fault. But now you know better, you do better. So really, I've done this in my relationship now. At the very beginning, there were a lot of junk flying around in my head still, even after knowing all this work. But guys, we were conditioned for many, many years, decades. For me, decades, 4 decades, to think a certain way. So it's going to take time to challenge those and to flip them, and to not let them ruin your life or not rule your life. Okay, so don't be discouraged if it's not showing up right away. Okay, it takes time. It takes time. That's why people love robotic affirming, because it's so mindless. You can just mindlessly think the same way, and eventually you'll be brainwashed. What do you think? Movies, songs, what do you think? All that seeps into your psyche, your subconscious. All of it. I like to think that we're stronger than that, but no, if you get brainwashed with something, like your parents said you were worthless for the whole of until you left, and you probably, they probably still say if that's what they did to you, that's like brainwashing. That's brainwashing, you know? So we need to brainwash ourselves in another direction, which is why affirming like a maniac can be beneficial, really beneficial. I did it. I did maniac affirming, or robotic affirming, whatever you want to call it. I'm affirmed the one on over and over and over and on loop, because at the times when I needed it, I was thinking some really dark stuff, some dark stuff like that. I was just really sad, and I couldn't do SATs, or, well, no, that's not true. I did do that. But I was sad, you know? So I think it's beneficial to get you out of whatever it is you're going through. If it's a really like challenging time, if you're feeling really heartbroken or worried, I think affirming, doing affirmations like, oh, everything is amazing. My specific person loves me so much. They're so obsessed with me. They can't wait to see me. They're thinking of me. I'm just so lucky. I can't believe how easy life is for me now. Money just seems to come to me naturally. It's just so awesome. It's just so great. I love my life. Everyone around me just thinks I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I've just done so much in this world and I've got so much more to do. Just thinking good thoughts, brainwashing yourself with good thoughts, and usually 1 or 2 or 3 affirmations is enough, because our monkey brain wants to get off track and think about all the scary things, unfortunately. So that's what you need to do. You need to look at the situation that you're in, think about what you've been thinking about unconsciously, probably. Not like you wouldn't choose to think these thoughts, you know, but it's very easy for your brain to just run off and daydream into the worst case scenario. Hate that. But this is the thing, when you brainwash yourself so good, actually my brain starts thinking best case scenario because I've brainwashed myself so good. And I've seen a lot of evidence in the real 3D. But for a long time, I saw nothing. So the more you do it, the more evidence you see, the easier it gets. And then you see more and more evidence, and you just, it's nice. It's so powerful. Okay, so think about what you're thinking about your specific person, what arguments you're having in your head with them, what you wish they were better at, like what you wish would happen, and start scripting. Start saying, oh, I can't believe they called me today. It was so nice. We had the best conversation. I just felt so good about it. They want to come over and see me. They want to come and confess their love. They said they really miss me and they wished it was different and that I'm amazing and everything I say is right. And they brought me flowers and then they cooked me dinner and they said they want to spend the rest of their life with me and they love me, and it's just the most incredible experience of my life. So, okay, that's script. That's what I do if I was scripting, because you feel good, right? That makes you feel good. And then it makes it easier for you to believe the positive stuff and not the negative stuff, because it's just thoughts. It's just thoughts. You don't need to listen to your thoughts. They're just thoughts. You can change them, and they create what you see and where you head to and what you pick up on and what random activity you want to do next to maybe get you to, well, it will get you to what your mind believes, okay? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please put a comment down below and let me clarify. And please subscribe and like this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.